clapping hands. He'll change the world for the good thing. In the history of my whole 46 years career, had a greater tour as I've had in South Africa. Never. I've been all over the world so many times, just about every country in the world, but nothing ever tops South Africa. So I'm very, very happy to be back. And I really hope that you guys don't mind listening to this old man one more time. I thank God, and God's been so good to me throughout the years that I still have the pipes that's still going pretty strong. And that's a blessing. Because when you sing songs like When a Man Loves a Woman, and Warm and Tender Love, and Many Rivers Across, and all that for so many years, it's not easy to have to be somebody way more powerful than what we got. They keep you going that many years. So I thank God for being so wonderful to me. And I want to thank all of you for giving me the spunk through the years and the world that made me want to sing forever. No, I'm a type of guy that I'm like B.B. King. I don't think I'll ever retire. You know, it's just something that I enjoy so much, and my fans is what give me the spunk and the power to keep going. It may seem strange to you guys, but I've had so many great singers in the world that say the same thing, and I know what they mean. It's true. Your fans is your whole life. So I'm just going to say again, I'm happy to be back in South Africa, especially Cape Town. So I feel great. I'm happy. And I got my lovely wife here with me and one of my kids. And so far we've had fun, eating good curry.
So at your wedding, what was your song of choice for your first dance? Did you play your own song?
Well, they played my CD, at them days LP. When a Man Loves a Woman was the main song, but my band director was there, and he got up and made a request that this is going out specially for Mr. and Mrs. Sledge, and guess what the song was? Take Time to Know Her. So we got married at my house, you know. So it was a beautiful wedding, you know. And that was the best of Percy Sledge LP that they was playing.
Oh, fantastic.
But I could have had live music because I had my whole band was there, you know. Now I played for my daughter's weddings and my son's wedding, live music, you know. But at me and my wife's wedding, we had just the LP.
Yeah.
But we had the band there, we could have played, you know. But it's hard work when you're getting such a happy day off, you know.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Songs are still relevant, are still embraced across generations. What's happening to music these days? Why is it that we are not finding those evergreen songs coming to the fore to the extent that they did in the past?
Well, you know, I always believed that music is an art, you know, and most singers in the world feel the same way. You take songs like me, Wilson Pickett, and Sam Cooke, and Aretha Franklin, and on, some of the most greatest singers in the soul world. We came through a time of life, and we sung about it. And we always was really close to our women folks who was raised like that. We respect them because we raised ours too to be like that, but that don't mean they have to be. But we respected our woman in our songs, in our everyday life, because we was taught how special they was to us, you know. And we sung about them. We sung from our heart. And you take the young people today, what I see is that they're going through different generations. And I think they sing about what they feel and what they think, and mostly money. When we were singing, yeah. So that's the way the world goes today. Mostly everybody is looking at this, you know, and if it takes that to do this, to get that, then they do it. When we were singing our songs, we sung first, and then that came, and that made us happy, quite natural, because you got bread, you got money, you know. But our hearts, when we were singing, we didn't think about money or nothing. We just, when I cut When a Man Loves a Woman, I cut it barefooted with red clay between my toes. You don't believe that, but it's true, you know. I just left the baseball field, having fun. Didn't know what I had done, you know. When I did When a Man Loves a Woman, my producer jumped up and threw papers up in the top of the ceiling, hollering and jumping. And I asked my bass player, I said, what's wrong with him, you know? He said, Percy Sledge, you just don't know the song, you just got through recording, you know. Said, this is going to be a monster. I said, what do you mean? He said, it's going to be a hit, man, you don't know it. I said, no, I don't, you know. So what we done, we just sung so deeply within ourselves, and we didn't think about, because I didn't know anything about no hits or nothing. I was just feeling good and having fun, you know. I loved to sing. I was singing in high school for my classmates, and they loved to hear me sing. And to get a chance to record a record, man, I was on cloud 9, you know. I never forget my mom. When I did my first record, my mom said, son, I was practicing. She said, would you please go up on the other side of the house, because your sisters and brothers are here trying to sleep and rest, and shut your mouth, because you cannot sing them old songs. We want you to sing the songs that we taught you to sing in church, you know. I said, Ma, I said, let me tell you one thing. I said, one of these days, I said, I'm going to have me a gold record. Now, I'm just only saying that, you know, just to shut her mouth up, you know. I ain't never in my life thought I would. Sure enough, when I went to the Copper County Hospital, I used to work there, I had my appendix removed. But I asked Mother, she was sitting right next to me on the bed there, and I was under the sleepy stuff. I said, Ma, I said, did Atlantic Record release my record today? She said, yes, son. And by the way, you can sing them old songs. Because, see, she had never heard me sing When a Man Loves a Woman. So she ain't never thought that it would sound nothing like that. And sure enough, from then on, I never did look back. I went on from there. But she always, and her line and the song that I wrote, When a Man Loves a Woman, was, and she'd always say this to me when I go visit her. And remember, son, loving eyes can never see. She'd always tell me that. So, you know, it was just really, like I said, music is just an art, you know. It's something that you really enjoy doing. Right now, I've been singing for 46 years. I can't wait to get on stage, you know. I can't wait to get up there and sing. I just love it. You know?
So this year, what I decided to do, like last year, was also bring Percy Sledge out, who hasn't been out here since the very early 80s, late 70s, who also had a thread of a relationship with the Rockets and PJ Powers. So last year's experience was musical account with Zane Adam, with Terry Fortune, Sophia Foster, Vicky Sampson. I brought out Richard John Smith. There was the late Ronnie Joyce, because all of them had started their careers at the same time, and I wanted to bring them all together to celebrate Zane's 50 years in the music industry. So this year it was celebrating the relationship that the Rockets, who's been around for 45 years, and bring in Bones Delight and Molly Barron, some of the stalwarts and the original members of the Rockets. So we're celebrating that relationship with Percy Sledge and with PJ Powers and the Rockets.
Yeah, if you think why Percy Sledge is back in the country, is because way back in the early 70s, I think, he was one of the first international artists, or the so-called artists from America, to visit our shows here in South Africa. Always it's been massive. He's been back in the 80s as well again, and the Rockets was part of that time when he was out here the second time. And yeah, he's back the third time now, and it's going to be a great show. Absolutely fantastic.
Now, Percy came here in the 70s at a time when South Africa was very insular. And here was an opportunity for people to get a little view outside of the country. He played in various little halls, not just here. Last night I was with some Joburg people and they were telling me how they remembered his time in the 70s in Joburg, in little halls that he played with. And more importantly, how Percy then after those shows found himself in people's homes and people could interact and they built a really special bond with him. There are going to be people at the supper tonight that partied with him, you know, so it's going to be a bit of a reunion for people that really got really close and personal with Percy on his previous visits. And one of the hugest soul singers in the world, you know, coming and just supporting and embellishing the celebration of our local artists that Alistair's put together. I think it's going to be a great weekend.